Welcome to the Sports Table, where dominoes and sports meet. I'm Chris, and each show I'll be joined by Theo Carlos.
4 yards, 6 yards down the line of scrimmage, Carlos with a K makes his tackle. He's an embarrassment to football. Yes, he leads the Dolphins in tackles, but that just tells you how bad we are because all his tackles are 8 to 9 yards downfield. You always see him chasing the play and diving on a guy's feet.
Alan.
It tastes like ham juice, like the juiciest ham.
Ham juice.
Yeah, like the juiciest. Like if you were to squeeze the best ham you ever had, that was in the croqueta. Oh,
And our own Cuban guy that struggles with English, Theo George.
I can't pronounce the quarterback's last name.
Kaepernick.
Come on,
Call
say
him
it. Come on.
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick.
That's not too bad. It's not copper, but it's Kaepernick.
Kaepernick.
This is the Sports Table, where double nines are played. What was the quarterback's name for San Francisco?
What's his freaking name? Coppernickel. Yeah, whatever.
Watch how the moon sits in the sky on a dark night, shining with the light from the sun. The sun doesn't give light to the moon, assuming
another
the moon's
episode
gonna
of the
go with
Sports
one.
Table.
It makes me think of how you act to me. You do favors there rapidly. You just turn around and start asking me about things that you want back from me. I'm sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest.
considering how antisocial I am, how deep I am, no, I'm not paying for concerts. I've seen them on music videos. Good enough. Have you?
I mean, I'm Chris. Alan's joining us. Again, the master himself, George, is finally in the studio. George, say hello.
Hello.
No, that's already wisdom. I'm graced.
It's already missed in the show, but unfortunately, we lose one Theo. We gain one Theo, and we lose another one. Theo Carlos, he's not here, but we'll just roll without him. I mean, without his Dolphin rants, me and George were talking about some of his stuff. He gets in prime form when he gets pissed off at the Dolphins.
Yeah, he does.
So it's another good show. It's the day before Valentine's Day. Thanks again to D4Radio.com for giving us a shot. We're gonna have Rudy popping in and out. He's got to work the NC State or the NC Duke game. I'm sorry, and he'll be in and out, chiming in. And George, you won't be the only black guy here. So
Fight the power.
Exactly. So again, Sports Table's here, and on the table we got a lot to talk about. LeBron James, basketball, Swag is back. We have.
Are we starting this already?
We have Valentine's Day. I want to talk about this psycho out in California. Rudy's jumping in on the mic. Rudy, say hello to.
Hello to the fans, listeners.
Yeah, man. Sports Table. That's the name of the show, by the way, just in case.
Good evening.
Exactly.
Sports Table listeners, man.
So we got LeBron on our mind. This guy's gone. Well, he's on a 6-game winning streak right now, and he broke the record last night for the most 30-point games, shooting above 60%. And it's hard. Words can't describe how just awesome this run and this guy's part of the career. And we're all fans, and we're so happy that he chose South Beach to watch it. Because if not, I'd be heated. I'd be so pissed. If I'm Chicago or
you have no
New
idea
Jersey.
how wonderful this is, particularly considering everything else we have around here. You're watching something that is the normal basketball fan who just kind of watches and hopes, loves it. He's seeing dominance. And then the guys who look deeper into it, you are seeing the most efficient player in the league dominating and maintaining efficiency. He's not just chucking up shots and getting to 30. Dude is doing it in every facet of the game and at a high clip.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's being compared to this run through Wilt Chamberlain, and Wilt Chamberlain at the high efficiency.
We'll play with a bunch of white boys, man.
Not only that though, Wilt did not shoot the ball, and Wilt didn't have this kind of competition against him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This guy is shooting. I mean, most of his shots are in the post, but he's shooting it from 3. He's got the mid-range game, and he's getting down low to the basket. He's doing whatever he wants.
Makes it look real easy. He said, when I look at the guy, he's like, if he plays off, I'm shooting it. If he comes up close, I'm taking it in. It's like playground for him. elementary. It looks elementary. He's out there laughing, smiling, chucking what's up to whoever's in the crowd, getting Lil Wayne kicked out of the Lakers game. I mean, he's just having a ball out there.
Allen, give me an erection. Give me the stats.
All right. Last night, he was 73.3% from the field in general. He was 9 for 10 from the paint.
Ugh.
Overall, he is 46 of 45, an 85% clip from the paint in this 6-game streak.
This is, by the way, this is 50 Shades of Grey for me. Go on.
Let's see, 66 of 92 overall at a 71.7 clip for the 6 games.
That's sick, man. And I heard a stat today that he's missed 16 shots in the last week, and there's been 47 players that have missed 16 shots in one game. In one game.
Kobe.
And this guy has missed 16 shots in a week. I mean, George, I know you're a bigger Dolphin fan than
No, but I watch
this
the
is-
Heats. I watched the last night. You know,
it's something
for
crazy.
halftime, then I fell asleep.
Yeah. I mean, you were around when Wilt was there, weren't you? Oh, no,
When
you're
who?
not that old. When Wilt was there?
When Will?
Yeah.
No, man, come on.
My bad. I got the wrong decade. But anyway, I mean, this is something that, okay, we'll talk from one point. As a Miami fan, are we expecting this? Can we as Miami fans appreciate what we're witnessing, or is it hard to do it when you're in the moment?
Which part of Miami fans? Because remember, we're a 2-segment group. We're the segment with some form of understanding of whatever sport we happen to be watching, and we're the other segment. We only show up when teams win, and by God, do we throw a party when they win.
Right.
So there's 2 segments. The non-educated segment, they're loving this, and they don't even have to understand it, and they'll start expecting this. The smarter part, I think we know there has to be some regression, but by God, this doesn't seem like it can be. I mean, he seems to have changed the very nature of how he plays. He does not take random jump shots just because he doesn't feel like working that hard. He's living at the rim instead of taking fadeaways. His threes are not just threes that are heat checks. They're legitimate, good threes coming in the flow of the offense as if he was Shane Battier. They're literally standstill threes.
Well, I mean, Rudy, you played 2K13. Is this someone controlling him from above that we don't see?
It looks like it. It really does look like someone is just has him on all 99 and having a ball, doing whatever he wants. I mean, the paint game, that stat is ridiculous. You don't even do that in 2K13.
Right.
Like
right.
I mean, people crush the paint in 2K13 and you're off. He goes into the paint, people come near him, and he still goes up there. The other night, he went into the paint, 2 dudes jump, and he just literally just jumped, looked at him, and then banged it. I'm like, it looks like a child playing. It looks like a man playing a child.
He is an animal, man. He is an animal.
I think earlier in the streak they mentioned that no one has had this level from a season standpoint. No one's been as efficient at the rim since I think 2001 with Shaq, and I think Dwight Howard was the only one that was close in between that. And they're 7-footers who don't leave 5 feet from the rim, and he starts 20, 30 feet from the rim.
Yeah.
So it's incredible.
Yesterday's game, I watched. Like I said, I watched the first half, and I seen him post more that I've ever. And I'm not watching every game, but I've seen him post yesterday more than I've ever seen him post. And you can't stop him.
I mean, when you got guys like Batum covering you, yeah, I'd post up too. But I never saw Jordan play. I mean, I started watching basketball like 2000. I mean, basically like in the 2000s. Once they drafted Dwayne Wade, really, I saw a little bit of the Jamal Mashburn heat, Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway heat. But Jordan, it's like Marino. I didn't really get to grasp what I was watching or got to see. This is a guy in his prime. This is a guy that, I mean, how clear cut can you say, like Adrian Peterson? He's like, these guys are in their prime, and it's rare for a fan base to see that a guy just be flat out, the most dominant player in basketball or any sport.
Well, the thing is, he's only 28, so this is the beginning to middle of prime.
About to bust.
And you think about it, he's basically, I think there was two years that actually this didn't work out. He's been up in shooting percentage and general efficiency every year he's been in the league. It just keeps going up. And he's got a great support system in his buddy Dwayne and also lovable Chris Bosh.
I know, man. He putting up 30 points too.
Yeah, that's what gets lost.
Yeah,
that's what gets lost in all this. He's not the only one hitting an unusual efficiency. he's just so God wonderful above everyone else. Like you lose how well and how springy and unusually athletic Wade is looking right now, and how Bosch suddenly is rebounding. No one talks an ounce about any of that because
It's
what he's
LeBron,
doing
man.
is just that much more impressive.
And he's not just doing the scoring. He almost had another triple double
Yeah,
yesterday.
no, he's always going to
had a
hover in
triple-
it.
He almost had a triple-double by halftime.
Yeah,
That's when I stopped watching.
And some games, the Clipper game, he didn't even play in the fourth quarter.
yeah.
There were some games that he's easing off this run that he's going on.
He's incredible. I'll be honest. I watched, and I was living actually in northern Illinois when they were going nuts. Let me see. Hold on.
And after
I
that
got
text
an
message in the
I got
middle of
an
the
email.
show, bro. Anyway,
And I think Jordan was a different type of player. Jordan was just so slick. I mean,
he made the game look pretty.
Yeah,
LeBron tears
exactly.
through the air as Jordan soars.
oh no, definitely. LeBron is not as I don't know what other word to use, but slick. Everything with Jordan, everything was a flow. It was like art. He's not like that. But I'll be honest with you. I think he's going to end up being better than Jordan. I really do.
That's a conversation that ESPN's been having and a bunch of other people have been having, whether LeBron compares to Jordan. I know where we're coming from. We're Miami guys. We love LeBron since he put on 6 and he came to Miami. Again, I didn't really get to see Jordan play throughout his whole career and really appreciate or understand it. But I think you're right because LeBron James is Karl Malone playing like Jordan. Like Karl Malone's body's 6'8". And now that he has his post game, he can post up and he can shoot the 3. He can get by you. He can pull he can do whatever he wants whenever he wants, and he's a great defender. He's the best defender in the league.
Yeah.
No, he's
the best passer.
But let me
in
tell you,
basketball.
Jordan was a really good defender too.
That's fine, but
He
Jordan
was
can't.
really,
Jordan
really
can't
good.
cover all 5 positions.
No, he wasn't. He didn't have the size.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You know?
that's why it's hard. It's hard to argue for it because Michael Jordan's Michael Jordan. At the same time, it's hard to argue against the physical qualities and just the sheer dominance that he has on both sides.
Jordan
Well,
also has 6 rings.
Well,
I mean,
you've got 2 things that happened with Jordan. One, dude has 6 rings,
Yeah.
and we'll argue against it. And I think Miami people are qualified to look at it and say, look, rings is one thing, but I mean, one guy doesn't win alone. We have the Marino nature in us that we've watched that. But
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but I think basketball is different than football. I think you can make that argument for football, but I don't think you can make that argument for basketball. I
so
really
Bill
can't.
Russell's the greatest basketball player ever
Yeah.
because he won 10 rings.
and you can look at it in
No,
circumstantial
no,
basis. Like
no.
your rings, you can look at it differently depending on what era and all that. I would give you Jordan, and Jordan deserves all the credit for the 6 rings, but Jordan had a great support system around him that we usually overlook when we go Scottie Pippen, top 50 in the first 50 years of the NBA.
Right.
He always had some form of great rebounding to take care of things on the other end. They always had shooters to stand in a corner and wait for the open shot.
Yeah, but it was Jordan.
It
doing
is
man.
very much Jordan driven, but I hate the championship argument because I've seen teams that have the great player and have a bunch of dudes who don't know what they're doing ruin that, because for all that one guy can move everything, 4 guys can hold you back.
LeBron
No,
did it with
yeah,
Yeah,
Cleveland.
LeBron
that's
dragged
what I was
that
gonna say.
crappy ass Cleveland team to a finals. He leaves and they get the worst team in basketball.
Isn't it laughable that they were throwing him out, Damon Jones and Eric
Yeah.
Snow and it's laughable. It's laughable what he was able to win with. Really, he won 60 games consistently, best records in the East with garbage, dude.
And that's what I'm saying. That the argument football, it's not the same.
Well, no, football's absolutely
It's
not
not
the
the
same.
same.
But I would counter the basketball when Jordan retired. His team still got deep into the playoffs.
Eh.
Those teams were still good teams. He was just literally the tip of the God destroying spear.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was, and he was the greatest tip of the spear you could ever have there.
Yeah.
But the team, the spear behind it, was still solid. LeBron carried a crap team to the finals. Now, I don't know what If we switch places, I don't know. Because the thing about Jordan and everything I've ever known of him is there's a bloodlust to the way he played. The idea that he wanted embarrassment upon you. He wanted everything against you so that he could just destroy you. LeBron is not that guy.
Yeah, no.
So and it's reflective in the way that they play, where Jordan, he get his triple doubles, but he wasn't as much in the flow of things. He made things himself. LeBron can sit back for a quarter and he'll get his shots and he'll get his passes and he'll rebound for you. And sometimes it's starting the break, sometimes it's ending the break. It can be everywhere.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not, to begin with, they're not even the same type of person.
Yeah.
That's to begin with.
I doubt LeBron is.
And there's not one that's
gambling away
better.
money.
There's not one that's a better personality than the other because they're both winners. So I don't think just because he was a bloodlust and he'll punch you in the face during practice, Jordan, doesn't mean that he's a better champion than LeBron because LeBron looks to pass, more often than Jordan did.
I think the argument you have to separate who is the better player and who was the better player in terms of career. They're two different arguments to me because we can look at it and the amount of things LeBron can do should obviously make him greatest player. But you can't discount career, and that's where Jordan always has it because not only was he the greatest in the era, better than most before him, better than just about everyone after him.
Right.
He then also has the gilded crown of what he did. And that's still something that you have to surpass if you want to be greatest. You got to be A, actually better, and B, carry the accomplishments that other people have you.
What does surpass mean? I understand that they always compare, is he better than, but what does it mean? Because Jordan, what he did was not only on the court, it was also off the court. Like he did the Nike commercials. He was the first brander. Jordans are still being made and sold today. Jordans, I heard the stat that, because they're celebrating on ESPN his 50th birthday, 42 to 44% of all shoes are still Jordans that are purchased in the United States. So this guy,
that's incredible.
He's still influencing our culture today. So it's hard to compare LeBron because he came up in the Jordan era, and it's hard to get over that clout.
Yeah,
but what does it mean to be better? What does it mean to be better?
Well, it depends on what you're exactly talking about.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
we're talking business,
Yeah.
you're asking LeBron to step into a market where Jordan is the premier brand and somehow steal from that with his portion of the Nike brand. That's not going to happen. That's just not. There's an entire culture of retro Jordan shoes. LeBron can't surpass that. If you're talking about international, you know what? He has a better chance because the game itself has become more global
bigger, right?
as he's been in it, whereas Jordan was kind of the genesis of it. He's reaping the benefits now. It's just a matter of what you want to argue. I think saying it in generalities, you're just going to have everyone give whatever portion of opinion they have, and you're never going to get an answer.
It's. I think it's impossible to really come out with an answer, with a clear and cut answer, because it's a matter of opinion, really.
Yeah, and
it is.
Why does it necessarily have to be a number one, a number two?
Right.
Can't we just say they're all in the same room of greatness?
No, they are. But I don't
where
think
he
anybody
is.
would argue.
No. But I'm
that,
saying, can't we just be happy saying they're peers? That we have to put one above the other?
People love lists. I
Yeah.
love lists. So
Yeah,
people
well-
have to they like to rank.
And then we're just going to be arguing for all eternity. Because
Of
what
course.
you're going to get is now, as basketball's starting to get its metrics in, you're going to have metrics people. Some guy with a great computer and a calculator is going to tell you Jordan was not better than LeBron. And the dude from Chicago who watches the Bears,
Right.
he's going to be like, that's bull. That's
Yeah.
bull.
Yeah, Michael Wilbon.
Jordan number one. And you're going to have, it's just going to keep dividing. As I see it, it's a moot point. Just accept the greatness at this point.
As a Miami guy, are you concerned? Brian Windhorst, he wrote an article saying Miami fans enjoy LeBron while he lasts because he's not gonna take a pay cut like this is what is in his article. He's not gonna take a pay cut like he did last time. He knows he's reaching his prime and he's gonna go and get the prime money. Might even go back to Cleveland because apparently one of his boys got hired in Cleveland, so he might go back there. So
Let me ask you a question.
yeah, after I asked one, yeah.
How much is LeBron making a year in salary from the NBA?
I'll look it up specifically, but it's got to be 150.
A year, not a contract.
Oh, a year. Okay.
Is it
He's making 15 or $16 million, I think, a year.
Something. I know he isn't at full max because he took a cut to be able to fit everybody together to make room for Udonis and Mike
Right.
Miller. So like he's underneath Joe Johnson, which is
Okay.
patently absurd. But
But that's fine. My point being, do you think he can generate
19. I'm sorry to jump in. $19 million. $19.07 million.
Look up who's the top earner in the NBA.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Melo and Joe Johnson.
To
Right.
the
To
point.
the point.
Let's say the next guy he's probably making $25 million, the top guy in the NBA. With the traveling show that Miami is today, the revenue he's getting from non-NBA paycheck will not be any greater than it is with Miami.
Yeah, it doesn't change wherever he goes.
Especially if they won the championship this year, and they do it 2 years from now, and they win 4 or 5 of them, the revenue he's going to get from being in Miami and with that team, he's not going to get anywhere else. Maybe if he goes to New York,
I think it's too early at this point to tell anything because you don't know what this team will build for him over time. You don't know what Wade will do. Wade, he's heading toward the sunset of his career. What if he takes a bigger pay cut and makes more room? What if Bosch decides he wants to leave and there's more room here?
No.
What if they win a lot and he looks at this and becomes, this is my legacy. I will end it as a Heat player and give to the end here.
I don't think. Did you find the top player? Paid?
I'm trying to find it.
I
know
don't
by
think
salary,
the
but not
$5 or
yearly.
$6 or $7 million that he will make somewhere else in pay. It's nothing compared to what he's making off the court. I really don't think it's that big of a deal.
And let's not forget
So
the reason most people live here as athletes, the no state tax.
no state
So like
tax,
you
right.
you guys mentioned New York. New York taxes you as if they were a communist
Los
country.
Angeles.
So yeah, LA's California's
even
another
worse.
one that they'll tax you to the end of the earth. So what's the difference in money there? That you may give up more money for the contract, but the money you save by not going somewhere else, it becomes a whole economical decision too. There's too much to look at, and it's too early, I think, for Windhorst to just pronounce.
Yeah, I don't think he'll leave because of money. If he goes anywhere, it would be because of another reason, not because of money.
Well, yeah, that's the reason why he left Cleveland. I mean, he left Cleveland because Cleveland could have offered him more money, but he came to Miami because he wanted to win rings here.
That's because you never been to Cleveland.
No, I know of Cleveland. That's a place where you forget to laugh.
It's that's not a good place.
And let's not forget, where else in the NBA are you going to be able to ride your bike to work? Where? Maybe LA sometimes, but you want to be riding a bike around LA and be
No.
taxed? I mean,
No.
like I'm sure that there are other perks just being here that he's looking at where he gets to get on his nice little bike and ride.
Money.
Okay, but the point in his article was that Miami fans enjoy it while it lasts because LeBron James is going to leave. And it is too early because it's still a year and a half away because we're about to hit the All-Star break this weekend. But why would he leave if he wins 3 rings?
No, he won't. That's my point.
He wouldn't. Everyone in the media came up with millions of reasons why he would not leave Cleveland, and now they got a couple of millions of reasons why he might go back. It's all part of the business. They got to come up with things to say. Windhorst has got to come up with things
I
to
agree
say.
with you.
And a lot of it, like no one thought he would come here, and he's here.
Yeah.
No one thought he'd
I
leave
didn't think he
Cleveland.
was going to.
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys remember where you
yeah.
were?
That was my house.
Well, we'll say stories. I was sitting in my reclining chair, watching it with my mom and my little brother, and my butthole was this tight. And I'm closing my fist for all those people that are listening because I was so nervous.
How is it normally then?
No, normally it's loose like a goose. Normally I
you
fart like
suffer
this.
from anal leakage, bro.
I fart like this.
Just
Yeah, that's how it goes through. But it was tight, man. I was nervous. I was already satisfied with Wade and Bosch, because that came out the day before, and I was satisfied. I was like, okay, we have a chance to contend. LeBron came and he was wearing that pink plaid, and he had the big Egyptian beard, and I was just sweating. And he said it, and I jumped up from my chair and I did, the hokey pokey and around, and
all right. Now,
I was ecstatic.
Since you're talking about buttholes, I've got the counter to that.
Okay.
I had grabbed my laptop because nature was telling me, oh, yeah, it's time to go take a seat. And I'm sitting on the toilet with ESPN3, just there,
You didn't even watch it on the
You are a
TV?
freak.
No,
man.
no, look, bro. I couldn't hold it. I had to go. So ESPN3 had it live, and I'm
Right.
just sitting there taking care of my business, and all of a sudden, it was such a happy moment.
Hmm.
And then LeBron said he was coming to Miami.
And you let go.
No, everything. It was as if I had lost 20 pounds all in one. Just, oh my God, it's so wonderful. Oh, and so the counter to your butthole being tight.
Yes.
I was on the toilet watching. It was one of the greatest craps I ever taken in my life.
Yours was loose.
Oh, it was great.
Jorge,
No, I to be honest with you, my experience is very different because
you were drunk.
no, I wasn't drunk.
Were you one of the like 3 fans at the ale house that was cheering?
No, no. I mean, it was not that important to me. That's the bottom line. It wasn't.
This is generational.
Yeah, we've been over this
is
before.
Generational. It has to be. It has to be. Because if you're under 28 years old, I can't imagine someone not being caring where LeBron James would go. It has to be generational, especially if your team's in on.
I mean,
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Let me take that back. The decision itself wasn't that important because I didn't think he was coming here.
Mm-hmm.
When he said Miami, I was excited, but he wasn't. It wasn't like if we would have gotten Manning, if we would have gotten Peyton, I
I'm gonna
would have
turn
been.
your mic off.
What, how do we?
I'm gonna turn your mic
No,
off.
What,
man,
bro?
no.
How is that? It's not even
Look,
comparable.
And I love Peyton Manning and that bulbous computer of a head that he has.
He's
but,
got a
I mean,
horse head.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, let me take that.
He's
back.
got a horse head, and he was a Colt, and he was a Bronco, and he's got a horse head.
How about if we would have gotten like Coppernickel?
no, still nothing. Sorry.
It
No.
doesn't. Yeah, I don't squeeze at that point, man.
No, man. Hey,
That's good.
nothing.
I don't squeeze at that point. Rudy's
Look how
Rudy's
he's done.
Rudy's in the other scene. He's like, it's not even close,
He's
man.
way-
It's not even close. If we get Brady, for example, if we get Brady, I would go crazy.
No.
I would go nuts.
No.
He
No.
wants to shoot.
No shot, man. And the other thing is, you're giving guys who are literally on the dying end of the
Yeah, I
sunset.
know. If it was if it was
No, but he's giving the old guys,
Rodgers.
and I'm telling you, I couldn't. If Rodgers
if
came, it
Rodgers,
still wouldn't.
that's
been anything.
comparable.
Hey,
a
Rodgers,
little
fine.
bit,
Rodgers, whatever.
a little because Rodgers is the best football player in football.
Still nothing.
No, I think
No.
Ted
Yeah,
Ginn
you
is.
see,
No.
it's not
Still, no,
LeBron
no,
James. 'Cause
hey.
LeBron James is generational. The
Yeah, it is.
Dolphins are
Of course.
tattooed there, and you're branded
Yeah.
there. We got the Heat on this side. And I wish I was a Dolphin fan like you, but I just can't.
I
Why
don't.
are we talking Dolphins?
No.
We're gonna go to break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna regroup. I can't believe we're gonna end this beautiful segment on thinking Dolphins. But
Why are you wasting your time thinking Dolphins?
this guy
just-
throws
Bro,
it down my throat.
Let me
man.
tell you something. This microphone smells like ass.
Yeah, all
He
these
does.
microphones smell like weed, dude.
Holy crap! No,
Yeah.
it doesn't smell like weed. It smells like ass.
Well, we'll go to break. We'll come back and we'll talk so much more. Valentine's Day, you guys have plans? Don't answer. We'll come back and we'll we'll go next.
Forfeit the game before somebody else takes you out of the frame and put your name to shame. Cover up your face. You can't run the race. The pace is too fast. It just won't last.
I thought you said you didn't want to come into the show, man. You just came back. Just let me go back. Yeah, man.
Some of the mics are taking everything in.
Welcome back to the sports table. What's this show do, man? That's my deal right there, Bobby. That's family. This is Lincoln Park Hybrid Series. The reason why I asked you in the first segment, Alan, if you had seen them in concert, because I've seen their concerts on CDs.
The Live in Texas.
Yeah. And man, the lead singer, his
Chester.
name, he goes crazy.
Yeah, from what I've heard, that dude has to coat his throat in like cough syrup to survive a concert.
Yeah.
If not, he'll blow out his throat. And that's to go along with the part of, I think, what interested me when I was young is I had just come off liking hip hop. And I started to realize that, there's only so long I can take songs about booty, hoe, drugs, and how awesome I am.
Right.
And
Right.
and Linkin Park started playing, and they used to be on the box. To show my age, I don't know if you ever dealt with the box. Exactly. before MTV2, there was the box. They just played videos over and over again. It's where I first heard Linkin Park and Shakira.
Okay.
And I used to hear this song and think, wow, it's pretty cool. You know, that's one. And I heard an album, and from then on, I've just, especially the early stuff, it's all wonderful. They have every possible thing available to them within their songs. They have a singer, they have bass, guitar, drums, they have a DJ, and if you hear it in the songs, you hear a lot of it just random DJing in there. And then the other lyricist plays guitar, plays piano, can sing and rap.
Right.
So they have access to just about everything. And particularly in the first 3 albums, it is so much mixing of different things, and it's wonderful as far as I see it.
Man, and they're still
They're still
songs.
around. They've changed. They haven't changed any people. They've just, their style has slowly changed as they've gotten older. They think they're a little bit more musical now. They don't hit as much hard rock with rap now.
Yeah.
So, and I think it was the last album, they had a little bit more. There was some more political songs in there than we were used to. Usually involved more like emotional stuff, whether it's pain or anger or going through things in life or stuff like that. This one was a little different, but even now they're still, as I say, one of the better bands around. And
you guys ever been to a rock concert?
I've been. I was gonna say a story. My first concert ever was Christina Aguilera.
Ooh, wait, was it during the dirty period?
It was her first one ever. Genie in a Bottle.
Oh, boo!
Guess who introed for them? Destiny's Child.
How things have changed.
But that's the only concert you ever been to?
No. I've been to Rush.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I've been to Rush before. Yeah, but I mean, I want to go to Tenacious D. They're in town over spring break, but other than that, I mean, I like music, but I'm not a fanatic.
And you ever been to a rock concert?
I've been it depends if you count Yellow Card as rock. I mean, they are a rock band, and they're California boys that wear tight Yellow Card.
Yellow Card.
I had a friend who went to UFC, and we went up to not UFC, UCF.
Okay.
You see my verbal dyslexia just throwing everything around. And we went to a concert in their arena. It was for Yellow Card. Yellow Card's generally like a California surfing type band. It was just a band that a lot of us had heard of, and they were there while we were visiting a friend. So that was the only concert I went to, and to tie it up, it was followed by a T.I. concert.
All right,
and
man.
T.I. is a rapper.
Oh,
T.I. is a rapper. So like the lights went off, and
man.
we go through our concert, and lights turn back on, and you can see the demographic change of just like little white kids in tight, pants and shorts, and you turn around, and it's everyone there for a rap concert, and we're like, oh, what's coming next? What's just happened? And it's just. It was an odd, like they came in, the lines went side to side. The rocker kids didn't go with the rap kids. It was the weirdest thing, but that's the only concert I've been to.
Because I know you've been to a bunch of rock
Oh,
concerts.
yeah. I've been to a lot.
Metallica.
Metallica. But I like Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax.
Do you have a secret ponytail behind you like John Clayton?
I got no hair, bro. How am I going to have a ponytail? What the hell's wrong?
Hey, look, John Clayton doesn't have any hair, and they believe he had a ponytail for like 5 years.
When I lived in California, I moved to California in 1990, and grunge was coming out. So all the like Nirvana and Pearl Jam, I've seen them in a small place. It's called the Palladium in Los Angeles. It was maybe 1,000 people. And I've seen Nirvana there. I've seen Soundgarden there. I've seen Pearl Jam. I've seen all the bands you guys never heard of them. Mudhoney.
I've heard of everyone except that last one.
Yeah. That's why I mentioned the famous ones first. O2 Negative.
I mean, is this? I mean, Rudy's jumping on the mic. Is this connecting to you, Rudy?
Rock, no.
Yeah,
No.
well.
I mean,
You
some
don't
of the more
say.
popular guys, yeah, but rock, no. Only time I've been to rock concerts is when I was working, event staff.
I'm going to tell you something based on your comment.
And I remember the box.
Oh, thank you. I don't feel as old
remember
now.
the box.
Oh, yeah.
You had to call in for the video that you wanted to watch.
I'll go
12,
back to the
not
box
shit.
and MTV. Going back to your comment of if he's connecting, when I was in the Navy, the two guys that I hung out with and I went to all these concerts with, both of them were black.
Really?
Both of them. Larry Sandler from Virginia and Phil Miller from Indiana. It was a Cuban and 2 black guys going
wait
to
a
all
second.
the
Second. You said Indiana and where?
in Virginia.
Okay, those guys aren't from the hood, man.
Hey, wait a minute.
Those guys are not
Wait,
from the
wait,
hood.
but you-
Look at Rudy. Rudy's from the hood. Rudy
Look.
knows, man.
How are we already discounting by state what's a hood?
I
There's
know,
gotta be
man.
some hood
What
in
kind of
Indiana.
hood- what hood can you find in Indiana?
Well, look,
to compare to the
no,
hood where where
no.
rock is gonna roll through and they're gonna
No. Phil
give you the
Phil was
stare,
not.
Rudy.
Phil was a country boy.
Okay.
He was a hillbilly. He was, but Larry wasn't. Larry was from. He didn't. He came from the inner city.
In Indiana?
No, in Virginia.
okay.
In Virginia. But
Well-
he did. He played bass.
You are allowed to
Oh
have
my
inner cities
gosh.
in other states, bro.
No, I know. I
It's
understand that. I understand that. Rudy, come on.
I mean, you do have that 1, 2, 3 guys that.
They like rock. He's gotta be.
They're not. I mean, they're from the inner city, but they try their best to not be of the cloth where they come from. So you do have those 1 to 2, 3 guys. Like I'm one. I'm not the type of dude to go gangbang or
Right.
do anything like that. I'm probably one of the few of my friends that I actually did go to school.
Right.
I'm in school. I graduated, top 50 in my class. I'm one of those guys, but I mean, I see where you're coming from. He's probably one of those dudes that he's not trying to show where he's from.
No, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't think
You wouldn't know.
No, you're right. I mean, I met him when he was 22 years old. No way I'm going to know. But he was not. Larry was, because Phil, his mom was white and his dad was black, and he grew up with his mom's family in a farm in Indiana, in Gary, no, somewhere up north, way up north in Indiana. But Larry wasn't, but Larry, bro, that's what he didn't listen to anything else. And I don't think he did it because he wanted to be somebody else. He did. He was. But yeah, I was 2 Cubans and 1 Cuban, 2 black guys. We in a concert with skinheads.
The other thing is, I'm as much. Besides that, I'm cheap. I'm not inclined to go to rock concerts. There's too much likelihood for mosh pitting, and me and Chris have some friends who go for the mosh pitting.
Why?
We're talking about like offensive linemen and our giant Viking friend. Like they go and they want to hurt people, and it's aimed to do that. That doesn't seem
been
like
to
a place
lot.
where I want to be.
I've been to quite a few mosh pits. I actually come out in a
Why?
concert in a band named Pantera. I actually come out in the mosh pit.
In the mash pit.
Yeah.
They serve potatoes?
No, not Smash.
No, not smash. Not smash either.
For real. I do. I
believe
came out
you.
in a concert.
I believe you, man. I wouldn't want to do that. There's no appeal for me to do.
I was 22 years old.
Jump. I'm 23.
No, I was 20. No, I was not 22.
26.
I was
The
24.
old guy on this one.
I was 24 years old. Nothing could hurt me then.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, I love. This is why on the sports table we talk everything, because it's not just sports. We talk music. You want to get into Valentine's Day? You guys got any plans going on, man?
I don't believe in fake holidays.
Exactly.
It's not
Thank
fake.
you.
It's
Time
big
out.
ass
It's time out.
holiday,
Time
and
out.
I'm not
Time out
Catholic.
from what?
Wait,
We're
here we
not
go.
running a
No,
clock.
listen. Here we go.
All right.
It's not a holiday. You want to know why?
Why?
Do you work on Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Okay. Do government people get Valentine's Day off?
I don't work.
No.
No, they don't.
Why
No,
would
they
they?
do
That's
not.
dumb.
Same thing as Halloween. Same thing as St. Patrick's Day. Those are not holidays. On
Oh,
Christmas.
but wait a
Do
second.
you get it?
You're saying Halloween's not a holiday?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's a day of
It's a cultural holiday.
It's a
not-
day
it's
of
not-
observance.
No,
All right, all right.
man,
All right,
no,
look,
they don't
let-
observe
let-
it.
all right, let's-
Hold on,
let's-
hold on. Let me ask him a question. You have a girl?
Yeah.
You better not be saying that around here.
Oh, she knows. But here's the thing: if Valentine's Day is
knows.
nothing, because she gets crap all year round. So Valentine's Day comes around and she's like, "I don't need that." So she's good.
You better,
I handle
you
that.
better get her something tomorrow, bro.
I mean, I'll show up.
No, wait, now
Like,
Rudy.
hey, how you doing? She gonna get
Pat on
some.
the
Oh,
back.
yeah, you
Hey.
better-
She gonna get some.
You better get her
But
something tomorrow.
I mean, I ain't spending no money on it.
Now,
You
Rudy,
don't get something.
would your girl support you waiting until the 15th when Walgreens has all that shit on 50% off? Because
I mean, she would.
I feel like that should be a pat on the back. You're waiting for the deal and then free stuff, man.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind, but I mean, honestly, I've gotten her stuff. I got her stuff last week, the week before. I mean, the whole year round, you got to do that stuff. So Valentine's Day, birthday, anniversary.
What's your last
It's
name?
an extra day, man.
What's your last? No.
Her last.
What's
name?
your last? No, his last name.
Me,
Allen,
Giannis.
man.
Giannis.
Giannis?
2 L's. I'm Spanish. Yeah, Cuban.
No, I know that. But what is it? Janice?
Giannis.
You're gonna change to Janice Steen
Why?
because that boy is Jewish.
No. Hey. Look, I've worked.
Janice
for
Bird.
15 to freaking go off.
No. But you do that. You do that
thing
for Christmas and Halloween too. They do
Yeah,
the same thing.
because those
And if you're
candies
smart, you
go
sno-
from
yeah.
they go from $5 to 99¢.
That is genius,
Real
man. Hey,
talk.
and the funny thing is,
Because they got to get ready for St. Patrick's Day, so they got to clear that out.
yeah, and they start moving into. As you say that I'm Jewish, I have been asked everywhere I've worked. Are you like I was with what's his name? One of the teacher's kids was with me, and I said, "Oh, hey, Maggie," and he looked at me. Warren, what's wrong? You're Cuban? Yeah. You think I was Jewish? And this kid went, he was a Killian. He'd gone through, there's lots of Jews going through his school system as he went up. And he's like, yeah, actually, yeah. You look like every Jew that I go to school with.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, man.
Sorry, Pablo. Not me.
How in the world can you say Valentine's Day is not a holiday?
Look, no holiday is
It's
built
not
as
a
a
holiday.
trap.
It's
That's
a
a trap.
cultural holiday.
No, it's
a
not a
day-
cultural holiday.
It's a day
It's a damn
that
trap.
society acknowledges that certain things need to be purchased and certain things need to be given to each
No.
other.
No.
It's the same way. St.
no.
Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, if
Cinco
you're not
de
Irish,
Mayo.
is not. No,
Those are days
we're not
in
Mexican, damn it.
society. Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
we
Those are all
celebrate
BS
those
days that people use for their own reasons. Cinco de Mayo is not a holiday to us.
Halloween.
Halloween, you want to dress up and have fun? Go ahead. If you don't. It's not a holiday.
Oh, okay, so you can say that about Christmas. You don't have to celebrate Christmas.
No, but Christmas is a set day within the schedule.
I mean, you get two.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if,
you
if
get
the,
2 weeks
if
off
the
of
government
school.
acknowledges it, if the
Yeah,
government
if it's
acknowledges
important
it,
enough,
then
it's
it
a
changes it for
yeah,
you.
if
It is
That's
a hol-
crazy.
Just don't-
That's crazy.
MLK Day. That's a holiday.
Yes, it is a holiday. You know what
It's
also
a
is a
real-
holiday? President's Day,
It's a holiday.
Labor Day. Those
Those
are
are-
all holidays.
Those
Yeah.
are real holidays
Legitimate
because
holidays.
you get the day
Yeah.
off.
and
No,
they serve
man.
they serve a deeper meaning that everyone
Oh
can
my-
acknowledge. Valentine's is a damn trap. I'm telling you right now.
Says the only single guy here.
Well,
man.
then I'm the
It is a
greatest
trap.
observer because I watch you guys all in traps.
It's crazy,
Chris,
You
Chris.
have to. Okay, if nothing else, it's the peer pressure from the opposite sex. You got to acknowledge it.
Well, no.
Jorge,
Doesn't that
jump
speak
on
to
me,
a trap,
man? Help me
Ponyo?
out here.
Well, I don't agree that it's a holiday.
You have to acknowledge.
No,
it.
your
Okay,
trap
so
tells
so
me
change,
right
so
now.
change
It's
the
a
holiday.
significant
It's a
day.
day of celebration.
Yeah, it's just
then.
a
a day of
significant.
celebration. Is
but-
that different for you?
Yeah.
Okay, day of celebration.
You know what should be a day of sale every fucking day.
No, man.
Not a specific day where it's a trap, where if you don't get something, está jodido. You don't want to go home, and on a random day, Jenny looks at you and he goes, you forgot. And you be like, what? What did I forget? Just
But
on an arbitrary
written
day.
in the
It's
calendar.
an arbitrary day.
When you purchase a calendar, it's on there. It says Valentine's.
You know
Day
what else is on
the
there?
day,
Canadian
February
Flag
14th.
Day. I'm sure there's a Rainbow
no,
Day.
no,
no,
There-
not
there's a
always.
Dwayne Wade
Not
Day
always.
somewhere on Miami Dade's thing.
Yeah.
There was a LeBron in
it's
Ohio.
not like National Chocolate Day. It's not like that.
There's always there's Speak Like a Pirate Day. Is
above
that a holiday?
It's above that.
Arr, matey, we be speaking like a pirate. Is that a holiday?
I'd
no.
celebrate that holiday.
Well, that's wonderful.
National Bacon Day.
But-
That's my favorite.
But here's the thing: National Bacon Day outside your arteries, no downside. Speak like a pirate, you can do it, no downside. Valentine's, it's hell to pay if it goes wrong for you.
So you
It's either you take shit because you're single, you're peered into finding something else when you're young. If you've got someone, you better do a damn good job. If you don't know how to do last year, what happens? If you don't do anything, what happens? That can't be a holiday. That seems like more pain than what it's worth.
So you're not gonna do anything.
What the hell would I do anything with? You just said I'm the only single guy
Your
here.
mom, man. Your mom's gonna take.
No
you.
hola.
Come on, man, Rudy.
I mean, like I said, she's good. I ain't gotta
I
do
can't
nothing.
believe
Tell you the
what I'm
truth,
hearing.
if I were to celebrate Valentine's Day, my Valentine would be my mom because her birthday's the 15th.
Okay.
That's the last.
Jorge.
She getting the
Let me ask you a
50%
question.
chocolate?
If you were dating that girl right there on the left, tomorrow you will not getting anything?
Nah, wait till the 15th.
Look at Rudy. Rudy, you're lying.
I'll wait for
man.
the-
You are
Rudy,
lying.
lying,
Hey,
man.
You are
hey,
lying.
If you're
Not all that
saying,
cute to
You're
me.
crazy.
hey,
not
if you're
that
saying
What do you
she's
mean
She's
involved
on
she
in
ain't got
TV.
cute?
She's on TV.
So,
I mean, here's the thing. She would get something, and she'd have something 9 months later because she's on TV. Like, I feel like Stedman is the biggest idiot on earth. I would have got Oprah pregnant first week.
Oh my god.
Real talk. I'm sorry.
You really living up the $100 million.
Yeah. Oprah would have got pregnant day one. This man living in the guest house not getting any? Come on, bruh. You sleep. Oh, get out of my face. She would have got pregnant day one. Then I would have messed around and cheated on her so she could divorce me. And I would have got half.
money.
And I would have got half. And I would have kept the kid.
That Chappelle show, man.
Oh,
Chappelle
damn.
show did that.
All day.
Hold it, you're not doing nothing for Valentine's Day?
Come
No,
on.
I'm getting. You crazy? I'm getting her something.
Of course, man.
No, of course.
Of course, Rudy, you're crazy, dude.
No, but she got stuff.
I know you gotta take care of her throughout the year. That's fine. All of us that got to. If you want to,
I mean,
if you want to be with someone.
We're probably going to chill tomorrow. But, I mean, it's not going to be nothing too special. I mean, I'll probably spend time with her. Her big thing is spending time because I work a lot. And I'm
Yeah.
in and out of, I work, school. But I was probably just going to spend some time with her, spend some money on her, make
But
her feel special. That's pretty
I'll
much
give
it.
I'll give you guys a tip. Okay, the best present you can give to a woman, it's flowers. If you send them to the place they work at.
Oh, yeah. That's that.
Bro,
you
that's-
know what?
that's-
wait.
Because when
Best.
they're working,
Because it gets them jealous, huh? Because it
it
gets the rest
gets
of them
the other one.
jealous. That's what it is.
You're like,
That's what it is. Jealousy's an
I've got my
aphrodisiac,
arguments
right?
going now. Are you ready?
Jealousy's
you
an aphrodisiac.
You want to see how that
Yeah,
proves
man.
in that holiday? Because it's all about showing off to other women then. There's no deep meaning of love. It's sending flowers so that all of them go, oh, your man is
So
so
you-
awesome. That just proves it's BS. That just proves it all.
at the end of the day, so you
It
can
ain't BS
reap
on
the
that.
rewards.
Oh, no. I'm not saying it's a bad investment if you do this. And I can understand if you get stuck where you're stuck with the investment every year. But
How are you looking at him like an investment, man?
Bubble, you just
It
looked at
is
me.
Jewish.
I just told you people think I'm Jewish to follow stereotypes. I am cheap. I know when Walgreens sells their candy. I've been on a diet for a year. I don't eat candy, and I still know when it happens.
Exactly.
I look at everything as an investment.
That's
Is
so
it
true.
worth my time, my money? That's how I look at everything, man.
It's an investment.
Okay, it's an investment, but you gotta do it.
No, but
You
the-
can get
Jenny,
flowers
if you-
in any corner in Miami for $5.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
come
literally
on.
on the
You're
other side of
right.
the turnpike for that. Yeah.
They hike up the prices around the time.
So you pay $10.
Yeah. There's a place, you get 20 for 10. I was like, what? Oh, pulling over. I literally did a U-turn a couple of years ago. I was like, what? Wait, it can't be true. I asked the guy, I was like, really? 20 for 10? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, let me get 2.
I
I
gotta do
walked
it.
away, man.
I gotta do it, man.
Hey,
I
don't
love
worry
my
about what they say,
girlfriend.
bro.
I love my
lose you.
girlfriend, and I want to keep her. I'm not gonna lose her.
Let me ask you a question. If she's gonna leave you because you forgot to get her a flower on Valentine's,
No.
Isn't that a bad sign?
No, but it's a drop into a bucket. It's like another.
Well, then
thing,
manage
another
your
thing,
bucket
until
better,
it spills
son.
over. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta do it. You gotta take care of her. Because she takes care of you. That's why.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, buddy.
Forget about
no
what these
shame.
fools
No
are saying,
shame,
bro.
man.
Forget about
No
it.
shame, man. I'm with you. And you, I better get from you because you're married to my tia. So
No, sure, of course you're going to get something.
all right. Well, we spent like 15 minutes talking Valentine's Day and music, which is what I love. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. We're actually gonna get into a game that we just witnessed the end of. Defeats Florida State, and we'll get into no Dolphins, but we'll talk other stuff, and we'll be back.
Yeah, no Dolphins.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll be back. know all the words to this song.
Oh, absolutely. This
It
is their big hit.
starts with
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I'm designed as right to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away.
Welcome back to the Sports Table. Last segment of
Down
the show.
below. Watch the
Oh
time
God,
go right out
this
the
has been Rudy.
window.
Thanks for
Trying
filling
to
in for
hold
Dean
on,
Carlo.
didn't even know or wasted.
This is Lincoln Park
Just
again.
watch it
Hybrid
slip.
Theory.
I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory.
It still holds up, man.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the albums that I have that there isn't a bad song. The only bad song is I think the DJ was making one track that was just him, mierda.
Right.
But like the songs, they're all good. And even in the next one, which was their like remix album, Reanimation, still they didn't fuck up any songs. All of them good, top to bottom.
It's rare for albums to hold up like they do.
Yeah, and to have no empty spaces, because there's albums
Yeah,
I've
you're
had
right.
that just 4 or 5 songs that you're like skip, you get to the good ones. That one full top to bottom.
Yeah. Well, we watched and witnessed a little bit of a tight game at the end of the Florida State game. UM pulls it out. You guys, I didn't even see what the final score was. Once
Now once it was above 2 possessions, we walked away.
yeah. It was like 10 seconds left. I mean, we'll look up the stats right now. Ask CD. But yeah, UM pulls it off. They're third ranked in the country.
I don't know why the third.
You think they should be higher?
That's easy.
They beat Duke by 27
They
points.
lost to Florida.
Yeah, but
Gulf
I don't
Coast.
care. How can they beat? Okay, if it was anybody but Duke in front of them, I'll be fine with that. But they beat Duke by 27 points. How can Duke be in front of them?
Because this isn't a set thing with computers. This is just votes of opinion, and people are gonna hold Duke in a high regard, and they'll give them the mulligan on this one.
Yeah.
The same way they're kind of giving us the mulligan for Indiana State and Florida Gulf Coast, and we're still number 3. They'll give them the mulligan. They have the brand name, and to be honest, it's college basketball. Does it really matter? At the end of the day, it's just about getting into the tournament and building a resume to get a nice spot into the tournament. The actual rankings is like if it was college football, be pissed because it'll cost you.
Yeah, that's
Here, okay, I'm number 3. I
that's true.
get
You're
the
right.
third number 1 seed in the tournament. Okay.
Do you think they'll be a number 1 seed? By the way, the score ended up being 74-68 against Florida State. They are still undefeated in the ACC. It's a good win. I mean, I know it was kind of close. It wasn't as dominant as the other ACC wins that they've had, but it's still a good win at Florida State.
Yeah. The thing about it is they are building a resume. They're the only undefeated team in conference of the 6 major conference. So that in and of itself would earn you a number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
How high in the number 1 seed, you got to wait for everything to play out. But as it stands, they'd be one of the top 4 teams.
So both Duke and Miami to you would be number 1 seeds because that's